Welcome to Healthy How-To's YouTube channel. Before we get started with the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Now on with the video. What is the DASH diet? Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, or DASH, is a diet recommended for people who want to prevent or treat hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, and reduce their risk of heart disease. The DASH diet focuses on fruits, vegetables, whole grains and lean meats. The diet was created after researchers noticed that high blood pressure was much less common in people who followed a plant-based diet, such as vegans and vegetarians. That's why the DASH diet emphasizes fruits and vegetables while containing some lean protein sources like chicken, fish and beans. The diet is low in red meat, salt, added sugars and fat. Scientists believe that one of the main reasons people with high blood pressure can benefit from this diet is because it reduces salt intake. The regular DASH diet program encourages no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, which is in line with most national guidelines. The lower salt version recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. Potential benefits of the DASH diet. Beyond reducing blood pressure, the DASH diet offers a number of potential benefits, including weight loss and reduced cancer risk. However, you shouldn't expect DASH to help you shed weight on its own, as it was designed fundamentally to lower blood pressure. Weight loss may simply be an added perk. The diet impacts your body in several ways. The DASH diet lowers blood pressure. Blood pressure is a measure of the force put on your blood vessels and organs as your blood passes through them. It's counted in two numbers. Systolic pressure, the pressure in your blood vessels when your heart beats. Diastolic pressure, the pressure in your blood vessels between heartbeats, when your heart is at rest. Normal blood pressure for adults is a systolic pressure below 120 mm of mercury and a diastolic pressure below 80 mm of mercury. This is normally written with the systolic blood pressure above the diastolic pressure, like this, 120/80. People with a blood pressure reading of 140/90 are considered to have high blood pressure. Interestingly, the DASH diet demonstrably lowers blood pressure in both healthy people and those with high blood pressure. In studies, people on the DASH diet still experienced lower blood pressure even if they didn't lose weight or restrict salt intake. However, when sodium intake was restricted, the DASH diet lowered blood pressure even further. In fact, the greatest reductions in blood pressure were seen in people with the lowest salt consumption. These low-salt DASH diet results were most impressive in people who already had high blood pressure, reducing systolic blood pressure by an average of 12 mm of mercury and diastolic blood pressure by 5 mm of mercury. In people with normal blood pressure, it reduced systolic blood pressure by 4 mm of mercury and diastolic by 2 mm of mercury. This is in line with other studies which reveal that restricting salt intake can reduce blood pressure, especially in those who have high blood pressure. Keep in mind that a decrease in blood pressure does not always translate to a decreased risk of heart disease. The DASH diet may aid weight loss. You will likely experience lower blood pressure on the DASH diet whether or not you lose weight. However, if you already have high blood pressure, chances are you have been advised to lose weight. This is because the more you weigh, the higher your blood pressure is likely to be. Additionally, losing weight has been shown to lower blood pressure. Some studies suggest that people can lose weight on the DASH diet. However, those who have lost weight on the DASH diet have been in a controlled calorie deficit, meaning they were told to eat fewer calories than they were expending. Given that the DASH diet cuts out a lot of high-fat, sugary foods, people may find that they automatically reduce their calorie intake and lose weight. Other people may have to consciously restrict their intake. Either way, if you want to lose weight on the DASH diet, you'll still need to go on a calorie-reduced diet. Other potential health benefits of the DASH diet. DASH may also affect other areas of health. The diet decreases cancer risk. A recent review indicated that people following the DASH diet had a lower risk of some cancers, including colorectal and breast cancer. Lowers metabolic syndrome risk. Some studies note that the DASH diet reduces your risk of metabolic syndrome by up to 81%. Lowers diabetes risk. The diet has been linked to a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. Some studies demonstrate that it can improve insulin resistance as well. Decreases heart disease risk. In one recent review in women, following a DASH-like diet was associated with a 20% lower risk of heart disease and a 29% lower risk of stroke. Many of these protective effects are attributed to the diet's high fruit and vegetable content. In general, eating more fruits and vegetables can help reduce risk of disease. Does the DASH diet work for everyone? While studies on the DASH diet determined that the greatest reductions in blood pressure occurred in those with the lowest salt intake, the benefits of salt restriction on health and lifespan are not clear-cut. For people with high blood pressure, reducing salt intake significantly affects blood pressure. However, in people with normal blood pressure, the effects of reducing salt intake are much smaller. The theory that some people are salt-sensitive, meaning that salt exerts a greater influence on their blood pressure, could partly explain this. Restricting salt too much is not good for you. Although reducing salt intake from processed foods is beneficial for most people, eating too little salt may also be harmful. What to eat on the DASH diet? Whole grains, 6 to 8 servings per day. Vegetables, 4 to 5 servings per day. Fruits, 4 to 5 servings per day. Dairy products, 2 to 3 servings per day. Lean chicken, meat and fish, 6 or fewer servings per day. Nuts, seeds and legumes, 4 to 5 servings per week. Fats and oils, 2 to 3 servings per day. Candy and added sugars, 5 or fewer servings per week. The DASH diet does not list specific foods to eat. Instead, it's a dietary pattern focused on servings of food groups. How to make your diet more DASH-like? Because there are no set foods on the DASH diet, you can adapt your current diet to the DASH guidelines by doing the following. Eat more vegetables and fruits. Swap refined grains for whole grains. Choose fat-free or low-fat dairy products. Choose lean protein sources like fish, poultry and beans. Cook with vegetable oils. Limit your intake of foods high in added sugars, like soda and candy. Limit your intake of foods high in saturated fats like fatty meats, full-fat dairy and oils like coconut and palm oil. Outside of measured fresh fruit juice portions, this diet recommends you stick to low-calorie drinks like water, tea and coffee. In summary, the DASH diet may be an easy and effective way to reduce blood pressure. However, keep in mind that cutting daily salt intake to 1,500 mg or less has not been linked to any hard health benefits, such as a reduced risk of heart disease, despite the fact that it can lower blood pressure. Moreover, the DASH diet is very similar to the standard low-fat diet, which large controlled trials have not shown to reduce the risk of death by heart disease. Healthy individuals may have little reason to follow this diet. Nevertheless, if you have high blood pressure or think you may be sensitive to salt, DASH may be a good choice for you. If you are interested in more information on diets, be sure to check out the links down in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And have a healthy day.